Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Australian NASCAR Championships, the round of 12 and the final race of the playoffs in the round 1 of the playoffs. We are here at Bristol tonight for the Bristol night race. Short track racing at its best, and tonight, for the moment, we're waiting for Dylan and Wesley to join us in the booth with me tonight. I'm going to have no other the person in the trailer, Mr. Dean Hopton. How are you tonight, mate?
Good evening. I'll unmute myself as well too. I'm glad to be here with you as well too. Always going to be pushing the buttons behind the scene here at Bristol, baby, as they say, but it's playoffs, baby, as well, Mr. Nigel, which is, as you know, very, very important deep into this championship. And currently at the moment, there are your playoff standings after the previous round at Richmond.
100%. And Matt Danson won the 2 races so far in the playoffs, one at Darlington and the other one recently at Richmond, so he is safely through to the next round. But those 4 drivers that at 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th below the cut line, Henry King, Jamie Ritchie Price, Fitzroy Beaumont and Zak Kerr, will be looking tonight to get that win and hopefully lock themselves into the playoffs. Into the next round of the playoffs, I should say. And the other drivers just below that cut line is the 2 Nitro drivers of Jason Holdsworth and Josh Micklemore, and also too Wayne Burke will be looking for a great result tonight as well.
And at the moment, I can't see Jamie Richard Price out there on the field there. But the other drivers, of course, on the bubble there, Henry King, Fitzroy Beaumont and Zak Kerr are. Josh is in here as well too to defend that P8 position. Jason Holdsworth is as well too. But you have to say, Matty obviously is safe there. Ethan Winter and the rest of those drivers can be battling it out, obviously, for those other positions.
100%. I don't think... Jamie Richard Price is qualified in 8th. The driver that's in the playoffs, that's 3rd in standings, that's not with us tonight, is Sam Chapman. So it looks like he won't be making it through to the next round, as he's not in the server at the moment. So that will open up another spot into the playoffs as well, just below those cut-off lines. As we quickly look at the schedule... Now, Bristol tonight is our round of 12 is our last race. 200 laps we're going to be racing here tonight. Then we head to the round of 8, Atlanta. Now, Atlanta is the old Atlanta, the hot Atlanta, which means the cars will be sliding around everywhere. That's going to be a cracking race. Then we head to Talladega, which isn't Sunday, October 12th. That will be on October 19th. We're going to be delaying that 1 week due to the Bathurst 1000. And then we head to Las Vegas for the final round of 8. And then we head to Miami, Homestead for the championship race on November the 9th.
Yeah, plenty of action to come, of course, with 4 big races after this one, with a little bit of a breather between there for, of course, Bathurst. It's like a national holiday in Australia when it comes to Bathurst racing. Drivers at the moment have underway their qualifying, but at the moment they're out there getting some warm-up laps. Very, very important, of course, and we'll get to some information about that track temperature as well. Also, welcome everybody in the chat. If you're first time tuning in, make sure you give us a like if you're going to be enjoying the broadcast and the racing, of course, and if you really enjoy it, give us a subscription as well too. We're on Facebook streaming live, we're on Twitch streaming live, and we're on YouTube streaming live.
Oh, 100%, and this is going to be a cracking race tonight because we are at Bristol here tonight, and usually ANC does not follow the official schedule. However, tonight we are at Bristol and the official schedule is at Bristol, so these drivers have had plenty of time in those officials, getting a lot of race practice in and practice laps in, so we are going to see an absolutely cracking race tonight as we ride on Matt Danson here. Now he's in the warm-up, now he's safely through to the round of 8. How does he tackle tonight? Does he just go out there just to run laps, or is he trying to win and take the sweep of the whole 3 wins? And we've also got Zak Kerr, who comes off a week suspension. So he was leading the points into the playoffs, but that week suspension, he is back this week. He'll be looking to make amends of it and hopefully come to victory lane in that 12 Nexus car.
Yeah, at the end of the day too, Matty, when you want to take a sweeper as well too, and just set a statement to everybody that they're also pushing it as much as they can during this practice session, testing the walls, limits, they're actually testing the fence as much as they can. But don't worry about it, it's not going to damage your car. They'll have it all spick and spang and ready to go for the main race very soon. Just about a handful of 40-something seconds and change left at the moment in the last warm-up before our main race, my friend. And how about Bristol? It's nerves, it's a tricky track, and now with the iRacing updates, it's aesthetically different, of course, different restart zone that we have, but has much actually changed with these cars and the tracks during the update?
I don't think so. I think the Xfinity car didn't get much of an update this time. I think Gateway, the track that was with on Tuesday night, had a massive update, so that track there is differently, but no, there's not too much different here at the moment in these Xfinity cars, or the B car as a lot of people do like to call it. Excuse me. So there's also too, that track temperature is quite low tonight at 72 degrees, so there will be plenty of grip out there, but let's hope there's a little bit more grip than those tyres than what there was in the Cup race that was held earlier today. They were getting less than 35 to 40 laps on those tyres before they had to come down and change. So let's see if hopefully these cars tonight do get a longer run. As we're about to go green, we better get to the grid.
Yep, and let's find out what that grid is here this evening. Nigel.
Ethan Winter for Vortex Sim Sports puts it on pole tonight with a 14.923. On his outside, Brenton West bringing that form from Darlington, who got a top 3 result there. He's on the outside of his row. Brad Newman for Lobs Esports on the second row there. On his outside will be Fitzroy Beaumont for the Vermilion Academy, with Shane Bowen in the top 5 there for Cobalt Racing on his inside. Josh Micklemore for Nitro Racing starts in 6th, with Tyler Williams for Racecraft Academy in 7th. Jamie Ritchie Price, Racecraft Academy teammates will be on his outside there in position 8, with Brenton Hobson in the 88 for Synergy Sim Racing. And rounding out your top 10 will be Henry King with Team Jinx Shifters. His teammate Aaron Gilbert is in 11th, with Lachlan Mead for Vortex Sim Sports starting in 12th. Matt Danson, he's on a start in 13th. 14th will be Zak Kerr. Then we'll have Jason Holdsworth starting in 15th for Nitro Racing. Vermilion Esports, Wayne Burke will be 16th, and Dave Douglas will be rounding out the field tonight in 17th, rounding out the field.
Yep, double D at the back there, but anything can happen at Bristol, as you are aware. So we'll have 150 laps. A little bit of information that I got about this race tonight, and we'll share that with you really quickly, as the fuel capacity is 100%, so full tank of gas. I got an estimation that was given to me by Jason about 150 laps that they can do, if we're green, of course, on a full tank of gas. That's full, straight to the end, my friend.
So these cars don't really have to pit if they use their
don't have
tyres,
to.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure they will pit later on in this run, because these tyre wear will start to wear down, as we'll see this pace car go around one more time. The pace car lights are out. We're going to go green next time by. The cars to watch tonight will be Ethan Winter on that front row. He is showing some great forward. He won the truck race on Thursday night at, well, I can't remember where that was, at Atlanta. He dominated that race there, won by about 9 seconds. And Brenton West on his outside, bringing some great form into these playoffs as well. Not in the playoffs himself, but he's having a great run coming off Darlington as well. But just watch out for Brad Newman on his inside of Ethan Winter as well. He can completely shake this field up, and we can see anything happens. And you're out there in the chat, give us your predictions.
Absolutely. Appreciate that one. So it's Bristol. The short track racing, the drivers like to win. Nigel, Ethan Winter, Brad Newman, Brenton.
Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Bristol, baby. There's a great start there by Ethan Winter, right on his inside. Is Brad Newman on his inside now. A lot of these trucks, these cars will be trying to get to that inside as much as they can to try to save as much tyre as they can, because that's where the grip is.
So far so good. Drivers going, taking it easy. No 3-wide action we're going to expect just yet. Especially the playoffs up for grabs. Ethan Winter in the lead there. Newman's up 1 place there. Got the jump there on Brenton West. Fitzy up in the P4.
Some of the other big movers so far is, I've just got to get my screen right here. At the moment is, we've got Matt Danson, he's already up 2 positions already. So is Tyler Williams up 2. Brenton Hobson's coming through the field in that 88. He's been showing some great form in these Xfinity cars in the X Series. So expect him to move through this field pretty quickly as well. Right on board with Brenton Westing here.
Yeah, sold out here too at the moment, isn't it? It's fantastic to see this new stadium and the new graphics here on iRacing. Top 4 start to build a huge gap actually down there to Tyler Williams, dropping back 2 seconds to change at the moment already.
100%, and the quickest, fastest man on track at the moment is Brad Newman with a 15.15, and also just behind him too, 15.17 is Brenton West. He's about 1/10 slower there than Ethan Winter. He's only doing a 15.24, so it'll be interesting to see. Well, the quickest man on track now is Fitzroy Beaumont with a 15.15.
Looks like it could be a lead here. Brad wants to go up the front here. Side-by-side action almost pushes Brad in the fence and says, I want the inside apron. I want the lead of this race. And the number 1 isn't the lead of this race.
100%, these 2 drivers do have a little bit of history as well, so that will be interesting to see. But they got to remember too, there is playoff points on the line here, so a bad result here tonight will wreck their chances of making it through. And these drivers would know that too, and that's the beauty of the playoff system, is that you can't afford a bad race.
That's the reason why Newman wins a lot of races, my friend, is I think because he likes to be at the front there. What's going to happen at the front? Well, really nothing. You're your own worst enemy at this point. You've got no lap traffic just yet. They're all on the lead lap, so no problem for him. He just wants to be safe. Best place to be safe, P1.
That's right, and he's also won 3 races in the X Series at short tracks as well, ranging from Martinsville, Richmond, and Bristol as well. He's won 3, and he also won 4 in the trucks so far on the short track. So he does he is very good on these short tracks. So he can have, and he's got long run pace as well. But these 4 cars here, they have split the field by over 3 seconds now over the rest of the field. Have they used their tyres up a little bit too much? That will be something we'll see later on in this run.
Absolutely crazy. Speaking of crazy as well, too. Speaking of Maddie, up 5 positions. Whoop! As you can see, Tyler Williams get on the inside open. That's her first caution.
First caution, 12 laps in. Let's see what's happened here. Is also the other big mover so far is Zak Kerr. He's up into P7 now. He is looking for the win tonight for redemption after the last couple of weeks. Let's see what's happened here.
Get into the back there. 38 gets into him. It's just a little bit. It's the Bristol shake and roll.
Yeah, didn't quite know that the Shane Bowen there in the what car was he? Shane Bowen's in the 38. I reckon he just quite missed it. Pit road's open. Ethan Winters down.
Yeah, only one, and Tyler Williams, of course, most likely will chip out some damage if there was any really at all on that little spinneroo. Contact. It's going to be interesting at the moment to see the other drivers. This is a little splash top up. We know that they can go to the end of the race on that one tank, mate, but cautions, of course, things are going to happen. Things change. Why not?
100%. He's taken tyres too there, Ethan, so he's going to go to the back of the field. He is going to play, see if he can make it to the end now. Is this his strategy call? It'd be interesting to see how this plays out. So Tyler Williams is... no, he's back out there, so he mustn't have too much damage on that. On that 34 car. Was he pulled it? No, he has pulled into the garage. He's done for this evening. Dave Douglas also makes it down pit lane. It looks like he's going to put tyres on that and fill it up with fuel.
Well, we got through. Give or take, what have we got through? 13 or so laps over for our first caution. Well, you know, I mean, it's Bristol. It breeds cautions. If you just... I haven't finished the highlights, actually, from the official NASCAR Cup Series race that occurred there just the other day, but I know that they had a few cautions as well too. So I mean, and they're the best drivers in the world. Well, we have the best Australian drivers in the world here in the virtual sense.
And bad tyre wear as well. It was 35 to 40 laps. I was only getting out of a set of tyres. It was one stage NASCAR did approve an extra set of tyres to for the teams because they weren't going to have enough tyres to make it to the end. The tyre wear was that bad. So Goodyear was something Goodyear was working on behind the scenes there. It was great to see. So
pace car lights are out. 2 more turns and we'll get going green flag racing again. 150 laps, 136 remaining, 135 at the stripe. Newman in the lead here. Brent West on the outside. Keep an eye out for that number 13 making a run off there in the 88 of Brent Hobson, and Fitzy's in the 16 machine in the second row.
We're racing once again. Good start by Newman. Gets a good couple car length lead there on Fitzroy Bowman on the inside there at Brenton West. Now, that, like I said before, those cars will be trying to get back onto that inside line as well so they can start saving tyres. But everyone just remember, Dave Douglas and Ethan Winter, they have got the fresher tyres and have got a full tank of fuel, which may make them to the end now. So let's see how they end up later on. It's all a good pass there by Brenton Hobson there, puts him up in P5. He's up 5 positions as well. Henry King's up 5. Zak Kerr now is up 9 positions. He's on the charge now. He's into the top 5.
Here comes Zak Kerr. He knows his playoff dreams and hopes are on the line here. So you've got to get as many positions as you want. You get that wins even better. Got Matt Danson as well too, because slicing and dicing his way through the field. He loves short track racing, and he's certainly loving on the outside apron here, putting some challenges up there for Zak Kerr on the inside there. The number 12 tucks in front of him, and there's Brenton Hobson. There, Brenton and Brenton show up the road there, 3rd and 4th.
And Zak Kerr's got the task tonight. He has to win to make it through to the next round. So we'll see how he will be very aggressive. These drivers will know that. They will be checking out the playoff picture. Their teams and their spotters will be telling them what's going on as well, as far as the playoff picture as well. So drivers will know that he will be aggressive tonight to try to get the moves through, because he needs to win this race to advance into the round of 8.
Kerr, of course, the man from Adelaide, in your neck of the woods. I'll be bringing it for everybody, the Adelaide supporters out there this evening. Make sure you cheer on your driver that you are going for as well too. Maybe perhaps we can get a little bit more screen time, pending all the action on track. And pending action on track, actually, we can go back a little bit further. We're starting to see a little bit of two-wide action here. This is Ethan Winner, Henry King, Lachlan Mead, and Aaron Gilbert.
Lachlan May, sorry, Ethan Winter, he's on the move as well on that inside. So we'll see how this starts to play out. Here we go. Tyler Williams update. Yep, engine damage. He didn't finish. Very rough run in recent weeks. Unfortunately for Tyler in the 34, he'll bounce back and we'll probably see him in action next week or even on the X Series on Tuesday night as we see a pass here between Richie Price and Aaron Gilbert, sorry, with Lachlan May just in front of them as well.
Engine damage from that little incident before was something with the throttle or something that didn't engage properly. Didn't look like a hard lick, was it, into the fence, but that's the feedback we got there from race control, so that's that one retirement out. You mentioned, Michael.
That's 100%. As Wayne Burke now, he's up into 12th now. He's up 4 positions. He's going to make the move there on the 0-3 car there of Aaron Gilbert now, and also too we've got the 3 nitro cars at the moment, 14th, 15th, and 16th of Josh Mickelmore, Jason Holdsworth, and Dave Douglas. Are they just buying their time, saving their tyres to see if they can make it to the end?
Well, this Brad Newman at the front, big gap. He's starting to form just over a second and change there. As you can see, the top 3 actually get a gap between them. They're perfectly fine at the moment as long as green flag running. They don't have to approach any traffic at this point just yet. But you know, here at Bristol, you can come up pretty quickly in the short track racing. And there he is. You can afford to burn your tyres early, can't you? But and then you can afford with that gap to back off a little bit. You'd be preying on some cautions, of course, if you get too far up the road.
And with that track temperature a lot lower too, there will be more grip out there as well, which will help them save those tyres. Whoa, as Zak Kerr just smacks the wall coming out of turn number 4, back onto the front straight away. It looks like it's not affecting him too much though, as he's getting very aggressive out there at the moment, trying to get those positions. He's trying to get past Brenton Hobson there at the moment, and just right behind the Zak Kerr is Matt Danson, trying to get his 3rd win here in the playoffs, trying to make it 3 in a row for Altus Engineering.
I love the boogle eyes, whatever it is on his helmet, isn't it? It'd be great if they actually move around, of course, but he's not looking at his helmet right now. He's focused at the moment on the back of that 88 machine, just trying to make a move if he can, and also keep this car out of the fence as that fence comes up and starts to bite. It's bumpy as you can feel it. And, of course, Zak Kerr, as you mentioned, everything on the line here this evening. Gets the inside.
But I wouldn't always going to get on the inside there. Brenton Hobson here on the inside. Oh!
Well, now you got the position on the inside apron, isn't it? So you got to hold it. You can't afford. It's not clear yet to come straight up on the outside of the 88. Of course, Brenton Hobson knows he's still got his nose in here. If he gets a good run on the exit, he could get some side-by-side action. But no, in fact, he's more worried about Matt Danson, I have to say, lurking up on the inside right now. So the 88 probably saving a little bit of tyres, but Zak Kerr through currently at the moment. 10 places up for the P12.
And Matt Danson's just on the inside there of Brenton Hobson in the 88 now. Brenton Hobbo, as everyone calls him, he's done a really good job this year, and he's also had a great season also in the X Series. He's showing some great form in that 88 car. Every week he's improving in that car. Was known as very, very good on the road courses. He's now moved on the ovals, and between himself and his teammate Tom Frere, they've been showing some great form. We've got a pass on the outside there. Oh,
I'll tell you what, now. You said a driver's a man on a mission here this evening. He certainly is, isn't he? Up 11 places at the moment, P3. Bit of a gap, of course, up to Fitzy now. But he'll be happy he's cleared all this kerfuffling that's going on behind him. Because now you got Matt Danson trying to slice and dice his way through there. And keep an eye out there for Brenton Hobson too. He's dropped back a little bit, but he's, Ethan Winter is the one that's trying to make his way back up to. Somehow Ethan Winter dropped 6, but he saved some tyres.
And just remember too, Ethan Winter at the restart was sitting in position number 16 because he is on newer tyres than everyone else in the field now. He did pit on lap number 12. So his tyres are 12 laps are younger than the full field here. So yeah, keep the comments coming in on the YouTube at the moment. Cheer on your favourite drivers. We've got 109 laps to go here at Bristol.
That's the gamble also of using up those set of boots, is that you won't have them available to you later on the race. Now, it's great to get those positions back up, which it clearly is. He's fighting it up with Matty, and he's not going to give it to him easily. He's going to have to stick to the inside apron. and fight that as much as possible. But I think at the moment, Matty would also know, hey, you've got that tyre advantage. How much of a fight can I really put up? But at the same time, that's a set of tyres he's not going to have available later in this race if there is a lot of cautions. So that's going to be key as well.
100%. As Newman at the moment is out to a 2.2 second lead there over Fitzroy Beaumont on the 16. And Zak Kerr now, he is absolutely flying. Now, his last lap time there was 0.2 quicker than anybody else out there at the moment. He's flying through the field. Last lap was a 15.64, and the closest to him was 15.89. So he is flying out there at the moment there in that 12.
Yep, and Zak Kerr on board right now. He's trying to hunt down there Fitzy for P2. Fitzroy Beaumont. As they're slicing and dicing their way through the laps here, only one caution so far in this race. 46 laps down, 105 to remain. Newman in the lead. Fuel can go to the end of the race, but tyres, probably, I'd say, not.
No, certainly not. And I'd say with Newman out in front now with that, he was quicker last lap than Fitzroy Beaumont with a 15.87. He would be starting to pace himself out there now, especially with that clean air as well. But we'll be able to see later on in the run when we get some on boards for these guys up front. We'll be able to see exactly how hard they are steering these cars out of the corner when they get that loose, especially coming out of turn number 4, because the corners here at Bristol are different. So the 1 and 2 is a little bit different than 3 and 4.
Yeah, I'll show you the track map up in the top right-hand corner for a second. As you can see the battle between Zak Kerr and Fitzy. Fitzy's on the outside. That's the Team Conti number 16 Ford up the road there. Zak Kerr in his number 12 Ford fighting this car tooth and nail. Sticks up the inside and says, all right, let's go. Let's bring it, my friend. You see the track map there, exactly what Nigel had referred to it before. Those turns are a little bit different in elevation changes and, of course, angle of attack.
And also, too, Ethan Winter gets through as well. So he's now into the top 3 as well. So we've got Newman, Kerr, Winter as our top 3. Now, just last lap alone, 16.424 was 0.4 slower than Matt Danson in 5th. So Matt Danson's on the charge there as well. He's got that little bit of clean air in front of him as well. Our biggest mover so far is Zak Kerr, but just don't remember, we've got Wayne Burke now just entered the top 10 now. He's at 7 places up, and Matt Danson's up 8.
Tell you what, at the moment, Zak Kerr, if he hits that fence a few times, he's got a big problem here from Ethan Winter. Up the inside, he's got it. I think at the moment,
yep.
that's scrubbed a little bit of speed there. Oh, another hit into the fence there from Zak Kerr. So he's just going to let Ethan Winter slide on by and get that P2 position. Zak Kerr's going to tuck in behind there. He gets a wiggle. He's getting a little loose here at the moment. He's got big trouble here for the number 12. He's got to compose himself into the car here. He's just got to get a control of it. It's like an untamed beast, isn't it? You start losing it in turn 1. You're trying to recover it in turn 4.
100%, and he hasn't. Whoa! As you see him getting loose there, coming out of turn number 4. Here in this 12 car, he might have just used his tyres up a little bit too early, but if he can hang on there, if he can at least get to another 30 or 40 laps on these tyres, he may be able to slip down pit road, get some new ones on, and away again. It'll be interesting to see how the strategy starts to play out. Big
problem as well, too, is on green flag pit stops, you're going to be going multiple laps down. There's a situation of seeing a battle between Brenton Hobson and Matt Danson. Matty up 8 currently at the moment. Brenton's up 3 and 6 in the 88 Synergy. He goes thinking about going up the inside. I think Matty's knowing, well, hey, my friend, that's a little day late, dollar short if you want to gamble on that. But, of course, what you're doing, too, by fighting these cars, you're also putting a lot of friction and pressure into your tyres. And tyres at the moment are very crucial in this race.
There's track temperature as well. It is low. I'm not sure if it's gone up. It was 72 at the start of the race. I haven't got that on me. It's gone up. It's gone up 5 degrees. That would be starting to play a little bit more effect on these tyres as Brenton Hobson now gets through on Danson a bit to get himself into the top 5. So we'll just go through the top 10. We've got Newman's leading the way. We've got then Ethan Winter. We've got Zak Kerr. We've got Fitzroy Beaumont. Brenton Hobson, who is up 4 positions. Matt Danson. Shane Bowen at the moment. Lachlan Mead. Wayne Burke and Josh Micklemore. For Nitro, he's now made his way into the top 10. Now that strategy of just playing it cool, that's starting to come forward through the field.
He's Shane Bowen. getting around the outside there of Matty, who climbed his way up through those positions, but he's now dropping back a little bit. Maybe in that conservation mode there, maybe starting to protect his tyres a little bit. Also puts him in a situation where he can kind of has 5 cars, 6 cars up the road from him, and trying to decide what they're going to do for their pit stop strategies. If they start going in, it gives you it gives you that choice of electing to go in when those drivers go in. Problem, of course, for Brad Newman is that he's out front. He doesn't know what's going on. Other drivers may elect to copy his strategy here this evening. If they see him go in, they might elect to see what they're going to do. But another thing with Brad Newman, my friend, is that you actually have a look from on board. He's got those battles currently at the moment of Jamie Ritchie, Brendan, and Aaron all battling it out for position. They don't have to just move over and allow you through. It's up to Brad Newman to slice his dice his way past them.
And at the moment, he probably would be saving his tyres a little bit, backing off a little bit. He's got a 2.6 second lead, so he'd probably be thinking to himself, well, if we can just back off a little bit here and just let it all play out in front, and once these cars go back to being single file, he should be able to make his way through. Also, too, another good result so far, as I was speaking about before, was Wayne Burke in the Vermilion car. Now he's in the 89. Now he's up 7 positions. He's now into the top 10 as we're going to run on board with Brenton West. Now Brenton West looks like he might have used his tyres up just that little bit too much too early now, and he's now going to go a lap down.
Yeah, and his fight that he had with Jamie just up the road there, which will be the next target for Brad Newman, to get these cars lapped as quickly as possible so it doesn't cost him too much time to Ethan Winter, who's down the road by 2.5 seconds. You can see on your ticker. This is also the dangerous part, isn't it? As a race leader, is you want to try to get your way past. Oh, into the fence there for Jamie. I don't think that's going to cause a caution. He's probably going to be a little bit upset with Brad Newman. Newman's also going to be upset with him, going, well, mate, I'm clearly the quicker car. Jamie's like, well, I have track position. It could be a little bit of a heated debate there between those two drivers, but for now, they both are pointing in the right direction, more importantly.
100%, and the thing is, when you looked at that incident just that happened then, Jamie Ritchie-Price left the gap, so if you leave the gap there on that inside and there's room, you're allowed to take that position there on the inside there. That's part of oval racing. So Newman had every right to go up into that position. It's just one of those racing incidents as we right on board here in the Shane Bowen in the 38 truck. He's now position 6. He's looking to make the pass and get back into the top 5 where he started tonight.
Yeah, well, as I said, too, it's a dangerous pass, isn't it? But then again, Brad's not the only one that's going to have to overtake some of these drivers as well, too, to get to lap them. Whoa, that's close. Oh! Shane Bowen almost getting into the back there of the number 16 Fitzy's car. Luckily, he had to lift off a little bit. Now he's going to challenge him, perhaps. Where do you go? Outside, inside? It's very difficult to even go to the outside. There's not a lot of grip out there. You get marbles. On the inside, of course, you get to scrub back up to the fence. It's just tough at this point of the race.
Oh, 100% it is, and looks like on the inside there, Fitzroy's... Oh, not showing she's got to get a gun. Fitzroy was going to try to battle him back there as well. As Newman's trying to battle that lap traffic at the moment. Then the next car that he's going to try to pass now will be Aaron Gilbert. Now, also, too, these lap cars that are now going to 1 lap down, they have to start to realise they're going to have a race for the lucky dog between themselves. So that's the other battle that they're going to start thinking about, because if there's a caution that does come out, they do want to get that lucky dog.
Yeah, exactly. And for those that are just tuning in, the lucky dog will basically get yourself the lap back for free, essentially, by being in that right position. But that's obviously pending. There is a caution. Seeing a little bit of movement as well, too, as you're seeing Wayne Bork there, Matty. Josh Mickamore is now caught up to these drivers. Dave Douglas is a little bit further down the road, fighting it out there with Lachlan Mead. Jason Holdsworth a little bit back. This battle isn't over currently at the moment, as Mickamore for the 31 manages to think about getting his way past Matty as well, and he will. Dave Douglas is now. Is this a strategy for Matt to just lift and coast? You see that sometimes he yields some of these positions kind of happily, not putting up too much of a fight. Is that his strategy to save tyres?
It could be. 100% it could be, because they know this is going to be a long run, as we now have passed the halfway mark of this race at lap 78 of 150. I would think that these guys would, if they're going to hit pit road, I think it will be between lap 90 to 110. So that's where I think they'll head down to get a set of tyres. But it all depends though. If it's drivable and they know this is going to stay green, you're going to try to stay out as long as you can. And maybe Ethan Winter coming down pit road, and also Dave Douglas.
Whoa! That's Dave Douglas you're speaking about currently at the moment. There's Fitzy, there's Josh Mickenmore, there's Wayne Book. This is the battle currently in your pictures for P6. They seem like it's gone through that little stage where they were getting very loose, some of these drivers, and they've kind of detained at the moment these changing conditions. But now, are you trying to get 3 cars into a short track where you can barely fit 4 abreast? Then they're approaching currently at the moment the 14th that's going another lap down. That's Jamie Ritchie's come into play here at the moment. That's going to be a little frustrating for Wayne as 14 does get out of the way. And they're putting a lap down on Jamie. He'll go 1 lap down actually because the race leaders have already overtaken him. But wow, that's a little dicey moment, you'd have to say. Jason Holdsworth gets past Lachlan Mead as well. Not the 8 yet, but that's the 8 and the 19. Back in 11 from 12. Right.
And as I was saying before, that with Ethan and Dave Douglas having those 12 laps older, fresher tyres than anybody else, yes, I know that they've still now done close to 71 laps on those tyres, but still, we're going to see if that's going to be the winning move if this race does stay green, as Lachlan Meads try to get on the inside there of Jason Holdsworth to make it too wide with Jamie Ritchie-Price on his outside.
So bumpy as well too. You can actually see it on the cars in the rear. If you'll see the track in real life if you just watch the highlights as well too for last weekend. And it's this weekend just come by, of course, but it's bumpy as, and of course they've emulated it quite well with the laser scans that they do here in iRacing. Thank you everybody for tuning in as well too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and a subscribe and a like. To hit the notification bells for the upcoming races that we do have throughout the week here as well on the Australian NASCAR E-Series. As we got Tuesday nights, we got Thursday nights, and of course we have Sunday nights every few weeks.
And X-Series will be at Bristol on...
Guess who's coming quickly at the moment? Sorry to cut you off on that one. Look at Ethan Winner's
right.
Caught Brad Newman with that traffic. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we're at Bristol on Tuesday night for the X-Series as we got a pass here for the lead here on the outside there of Brad Newman. Now, just everyone at home, remember, these two have some pretty fierce battles in the X-Series, but Newman just lets him by. Just says, that's okay. Oh!
Newman does not give up that easy, my friend. And now you got the beef as well. It's Ethan Winner into the fence. Wow, stay green. They are going to stay green. Going to put them under massive pressure from Zak Kerr that's coming a little bit down the road there. I think he called that one perfectly, Nigel. You couldn't have scripted that better than a Hollywood movie. Those two have definitely, I don't know if we sent Christmas cards to each other early this year, mate.
I'm not sure. They're exchanging Christmas cards and Christmas gifts at the end of the year. But yeah, those two do battle hard each week. And as I was saying before in the X-Series, we'll be back here on Tuesday night for the X-Series here at Bristol, and we also will be back here Thursday night for the Truck Series as well, which will be at Bristol as well for some short track racing.
See, back out in the chat, they were saying, I hope Newman wins. At that moment, Ethan Winner will be like going, no, and I'm going to try to do something about it. He certainly will. But it just seems that when you saw that, when Ethan Winner was like getting past, it's like, he gets a pass. I was like, not that easy when it comes to Brad Newman. He doesn't just let any old person drives by unless he's got damage on the car, which clearly he doesn't at this point. But whether or not Ethan Winter did get much damage, I don't know. I mean, he's still got the same pace currently in the moment. Zak Kerr hasn't just caught him completely. So we'll have a look at those lap times as well too.
We've got to remember too, this is going to get aggressive. This is the last race in the round of 1, so they would want to win to get themselves through. So these top 3 drivers, as Brenton West now heads down pit road on lap 94. Now, these drivers in the top 3 have won races this year, and they are very, very, very competitive, and they're very good. And then they are some of the favourites for the championship. So you have to think to them, well, they are going to start getting aggressive because they all want to make that win to build that momentum going into the round of 8, sorry.
Yeah, that's because it's playoff times, and it's playoff at Bristol, so you got to be elbows out a little bit. And these drivers are a little bit elbow out. Jason Holdsworth, Fitzroy, Aaron Gilbert, side by side with him. Matty's just dropped back a little bit to enjoy this show here from the number 30's perspective. That's the situation between those drivers. And of course, guess who's in the background? Just about to come across all this pretty quickly. Is Newman! And into the fence was... Who was that? That's the green machine. There it is. Does he manage to save Lachlan Mead? We have no caution on the raceway, but Lachlan Mead has parked it. And that's another situation where Newman's got into little contact there with a back marker. Now he's got, guess what, Matty Danson here to his right. Wow. And Ethan Winters putting pressure on. Why not? Fantastic racing here at Bristol. Welcome to the playoffs, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is race 3.
Wow. Oh, he's getting right on his bumper. And we've also got the car in front there of... Is that Fitzroy just in front?
Oh, gets into him! Newman holds it! Just barely. Dancer just gets out of the road completely. I think he's aware of that. He got the memo call going, when it comes to Newman and Winter on the track, stay away. Zak Kerr pits as well. Pits right now at this point.
He's gone down the pit road. We've got to remember, Henry King, he did pit. He's doing 15.8. So he's absolutely flying at the moment. Has he got heavy damage on that car?
He does. Zak Kerr, somewhere along the line, has got damage. Now,
heavy damage on that 12.
I didn't see anything on any race control messages that popped up there. Just the incident with Lachlan Mead earlier. So that's very, very interesting. Zak Kerr's come into it. I thought it was a scheduled pit stop, but obviously no. They got to get that bonnet down and strap to that car, otherwise that's going to become a big drag risk, obviously. Now, this is going to resume again. Ethan Winters back up to the bumper there of Brad Newman. So here we go, my friend. Ding, ding, round 3.
And I think they're singing Guess Who's Back again. It's not just Eminem singing that at the moment. I think Ethan Winters is singing it as well in the background.
You know what's important on top of this one, mate? We're down to almost 46 laps. It's going to be a nice little sprint on this one, on old worn tyres. Here they are at the moment, trying to get past Fitzy. Oh, Newman trying to squeeze around the outside at the moment. Nowhere for Windsor to go.
As we got to see Newman starting to take that high line at the moment. Then we've got the 52 car. I thought he was going to lose it.
Yeah, we're going to have some quicker drivers too with some of those fresher boots at the background starting to catch in. Here we go. Does Winter go on the inside? Yes, he will. In the middle at the moment. They have to go around Fitzroy. Absolutely fantastic. Winter needs to clear them as quickly as possible and not let Newman get the road too far, and that's exactly the situation. So here it is. It's resuming. You can see currently at the moment the 52, is it, of Henry King? I think it was. It's just trying to get his laps back because he's went down the pit. He went down the pit road on lap 86, so he's got fresh boots. He's got the pace, but he doesn't want to get entangled with these leaders. It was, whoa, Newman had to lift off big time for the 14. There goes around Henry King. He's like, thank you very much. Oh, contact again. This is not the first time these two have had contact in this race so far.
As the Newman battle and Winter battle resumes, Jamie Richard-Price, he just hops out of the way as Ethan Winter is trying everything in his power to get past this one machine here at the moment, but it's just not getting past here at the moment as we see the battle for the lead once again. We've still got 40 laps to go here as Ethan Winter now makes the pass on the inside. He tries to take it up. As Newman takes the lead once again.
Look at the panels on the back there of Newman's. They're damaged on left side, right side. I'm sure at the moment Ethan Winter's front left panel's damaged. He's pushing him, he's shoving him. Newman's had to fight that car too for now. And you got to remember, these other drivers on quicker boots as well. So they're trying to get their pace back. They're trying to get these laps back. But they're just sitting back at the moment watching this. You don't want to be ringside for this boxing match between these two drivers because there's a good chance that there's something's going into a fence here.
100%, and the thing that even both these drivers up front will have to understand is they can focus too much on each other, and before you know it, the car behind can make their way through as well.
Newman's not letting through easy, mate. I can tell you that right now. He's saying you're gonna have to fight me for this one. This is a boxing match here at Bristol. It's the Bristol boxing match, and it's on the presented by Motorsports Australia for the Australian NASCAR E-Series Championship. What brilliant racing we're seeing. I can't believe that they're both holding these cars too. Just seeing how much elbows are getting out, mate. This is door banging, and this is trading paints.
And just look who's just behind these two at the moment. It's Brenton Hobson in the 88.
You're right. He's caught him.
Is he just sitting back thinking to himself, well, if these guys are going to play funny buggers with each other, I'm just going to stay back here and see what plays out. It looks like Newman's going to start trying to see if that high line, he's getting a little bit loose coming out of that corner now. So will he take that truck up high to see if he can get a little bit of tyre into that car again, so it's not so loose as he lets Winter by here as he goes back on the outside.
Yeah, I think we're going to stay on board with the shotgun seat here. If Bretton Hobson enjoyed this between these two, because he's got to be thinking about, I don't think he's going to be going 3 wide with these drivers unless they get up into the fence close. And there you go. There's your panel, Robin.
Yes, we've got 32 laps here to go. Now, these laps will go quick. It's only 15, 16-second laps here, so this is not going to take long.
Matt Danson in the background there. It's just been lapped, so he's not going to want to get... Ethan might get his nose in. You just think you get your nose ahead of Brad Newman, and then Brad Newman pulls the supercharger into an extra gear and just gets it back. So you're not clear unless you've got a 2-second gap with Brad Newman at play and squeezes him into the fence, and then there's going to be a turn. Ethan Winter in. Second caution of the night. And a very, very frustrated number 39 machine at the moment. That driver is going to be fuming. I would not want to hear that radio message that's coming for him.
Yeah, well, we all knew that was coming at some stage. There was going to be some contact with those two cars. Ethan Winter, he's back moving again, so we'll just go to the replay here.
It's just so difficult. The judges, they've been doing so much door bagging, haven't they? Like, squeezes. Is there space given? Big question mark. I mean, I know you're supposed to be even on race control here this evening, but you had to step into the booth, my friend. That's something that you'd have to be looking at. Of course, you'd be getting messages about it. Was there enough space given? Matty, Newman's going to say, it didn't give me the space. Ethan's like, well, I was ahead. I mean, there's lots of what-if situations, but we'll go back to live pictures because it'll be a battle on pit road right now. It could be the last time these drivers head down pit road this evening.
This will be the battle on pit road. Brenton Hobson, his car looks like it's got not much damage on it, so he'll be right up the front. I would imagine Newman will see if he can get a little bit of that damage fixed without going a lap down and see if he can get back through the field once again.
Yeah, Matty gets that lucky dog. He'll go back onto that lead lap because it was just behind those leaders as well. As he'll come back in. But there's the situation. So Brad Newman, Bretton Hobson, Josh Mickamore, Shane Bowen, Double D, Dave Douglas, Wayne Bork, Jason Holzberg. Now, Ethan Winter, what's going to happen here currently at the moment? That damage. And we didn't quite see, as well, Zak Kerr as well too. You might want to chime in and let us know what happened to your car because we didn't see it on the replay, unfortunately. But you can't pull it up there, but he had some severe damage to the front of his number 12 car, and he needs a good result here this evening. I wonder if it's still down there. He's actually retired from the session there, Nigel.
Yeah, significant damage there on the 12 car. So unfortunately, his night is done. Chat's blowing up a bit on YouTube at the moment. We'll get to them shortly. So yeah, the battle of pit road there was Newman. He won the battle. Bretton Hobson will be in second. Josh Micklemore's now up into third, and Shane Bowen is fourth as well. One thing I want to know about why Brad Newman is number one. Well, the reason why Brad Newman is number one out there, he was the highest points getter in the qualification series. That's why he is the number one car. He chose the number one car for that, and he had the right to do that because he was the highest pointed car in the qualification series last year. So that clears that one up as we go green next time by.
Yeah, it'd be a nice sprint. The other two drivers have just caught the back of the field there, the 52 and the 13. As that's what is currently down in this race. As you can see, 3 retirements. Kerr, Lachlan Mead and Tyler Williams are out. Now, where is Ethan Winter, P9, Brad Newman, P1? Is there enough time for Ethan Winter to come back and resume that battle? We shall see. Oh, Newman's lifted off big time. He's had a slowdown call or he's been penalised. Brendan Hobson now in the lead, 31 in the air, and Josh Mickamore fighting on the inside. Must have been a penalty. Go ahead.
I know that Josh Mickelmore is now taking the lead of this race with 25 to go. Brendan Hobson showing he was being the informed car tonight. He's up 7 positions. Dave Douglas is up 14 positions as well. He's in the 10 car as well. Watch out for Wayne Burke as well. Now he's into the top 5. He's been climbing through the field as well.
Yep, here comes Berkey. Well, a solid performance at the moment. Even really pointing the camera on him at the moment of the day. Maybe we'll point the camera on him if he gets himself into a podium position, if not even to a race win. You never know what's going to happen here. 23 laps to go. Ethan Winner's made his way up to P6 currently at the moment. He's got past at the moment Jason Holdworth and Matty. He's on for a good run here and wants to bring himself back up to the top of the timesheets. So there it is. Mickelmore's now going to get past our race leader from before, Brad Newman, who had a slowdown or a penalty or something, had to yield up that P1 position. Now he's going to have to just sadly allow these drivers through. I'm going to be interested to see that situation when Ethan Winner comes up to him too, my friend, soon. What's going to happen there? Because I'm pretty sure that he's not going to allow Ethan Winner to go by pretty quickly.
No. So at the moment, we got a few questions in the chat. We've got 20 to go. Is what happened to Zak Kerr? Zak Kerr had he was involved in a incident and he had significant damage to his car, so he retired the car. Anyone know the SOF? I think the SOF for this race is 3,900, around that mark. It could be a couple hundred out there.
It's a strong field, put it that way. It's the best of Australian drivers in NASCAR. Not just NASCAR, actually. All these drivers are actually some of the quickest drivers in other car classes as well, but for now, they are the best of the best in Australia and New Zealand. Go ahead.
And 18 laps here to go here in Mickelmore as well. He's going to take the lead. Brendan Hobson there. Yeah, he was 1/10 quicker last lap than Josh Mickelmore, so we'll be interesting to see what's going to happen here if these two can catch each other and battle for the leaders. As Newman there, he's going to be caught now. He will go another lap down there. He'll make him 2 laps down.
Yeah, if he gets caught, I mean, that's the thing. You can see at the moment that Josh Mickelmore is not really catching him too much, but we've got a bit of a battle further back at the moment. Wayne Brock and Double D Dave Douglas. That's going to be a little side-by-side action as Shane Bowman's going to be sitting back watching this action from behind there in the number 38. And there's contact. Should be a save. Might be enough to not turn around. It'll be a caution called on the raceway. So here we go. Re-rack and restack. It's going to happen all over again. Will this give Brad Newman the chance to get his lap back as well?
Wow, what's happened here? It's...
Sorry, just gets into the back bumper, gives him one tap. Wayne's desperately trying to save it. Multiple bumper car effect, of course, that's going to happen there. You can see Danson tries to slide past on the inside. Just straightens up Dave's 10. And around goes Wayne Burke. Could have been a lot worse of an accident, I'd say. Not a lot of damage to the drivers.
No, I think Dave Douglas might have got a little bit more damage that time around than what Wayne Burke did. So we'll stack them back up and we'll go back again.
Well, this is interesting pit stop as well too. We've got drivers who are going to take late tyres, you would imagine, here at the moment. Ethan Winner, Matty, Dave Douglas, Jason Hulse. About half the field have elected to go in, give up that track position with 13 or so laps to go, give or take probably 12 after this caution comes back in. So that's an interesting situation now. Fresh tyres are going to be great. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say then, we just looked at the Dave Douglas car then. Doesn't look there's too much damage in that. Neither was the Wayne Burke car as well from that incident. So I would say those guys have just put in some fresh tyres and we can then go again there. The Wayne Burke doesn't look like it'll be a little bit damage there at the end on the rear of that car. But that doesn't look too bad. I don't think he'll be too badly hurt by that there. So he'll go out there again. He'll come out inside the top 10 and we'll go again.
Thank you all for tuning in for this fantastic crack of races what playoffs produce, especially at Bristol. Make sure you like and subscribe as well too on all the different platforms that you'll be watching it here this evening on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate it, and all social platforms as well too. There'll be highlights of this race, no doubt, that'll be thrown out in your social media at some point, so make sure you give that a little bit of a promo and a shout out as well too, because lots of championship dreams and aspirations are up for grabs here this evening. Unfortunately, you did hear from Zak Kerr that has retired from the session, and his championship hopes might be done and dusted, my friend.
100%. We've certainly got a crowd there watching out online at the moment. There's just ticked over 118 people watching on YouTube at the moment, so everyone's tuned in for the last 10 laps of this race.
And it's going to be a cracker as well, too. Thank you for that. Oof. I don't even know where to look, my friend. You've got to keep an eye out. So Ethan Winter's up P5 currently at the moment. Brad Newman is a lap down. He's going to be starting from P11.
How many overtime finishes? We have 3 green-white checkers, so that'll be something to look out for. As we're going to go green this time by. Look out for Brendan Hobson on that outside. And also, too, Shane Bowen and Aaron Gilbert into the top 5 on that second row. Great results by those boys so far as well. So we're interested to see how this race starts go. Green flags in the air. We've got 10 laps to go. Josh Mickelmore gets the start that he would dream of. Hobson comes on that inside. And we're away racing once again.
Ethan Winter and the Zaks in the background. Not sure if we're going to still continue to go green. Couldn't quite see who that is. So I want to take my eyes off the leaders currently at the moment because there's going to be too much action to miss. Ethan Winter sliced and diced his way currently at the moment. P3 putting pressure on the 88. They want to catch Josh Mickelmore in the lead here. 9 laps to go.
There's Brenton Hobson now just under attack here from Ethan Winter in the 39. Car here. Josh Mickelmore hit a clean air. He's out to close to an 8/10 for second lead as well here. As we got 3 wide at the back there with Matt Danson as well as Maine Burke and Fitzroy Beaumont in a little battle here. There's a little battle between Brendan Hobson coming on now. Oh, we got another.
Going to have to be a caution for sure, isn't it? It's a track blocker.
Yep.
There it is.
Another caution.
There's the Team Jinx shifters there of the 0-3 of Aaron. And we'll go back and have a little bit of a look at the replay there of, well, what happened on this one. So it looks like the number 10's getting loose already. That's Dave Douglas.
Yeah, he's loose.
And there's contact. There's practically not too much you can do at this point.
No, the 30 gets through. The 2 Vermilion cars gets through. Brenton West and Jamie Ritchie Price makes it through. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, Dave just got loosey-goosey. Got too much power on here. And just couldn't hold it as much as possible. Gets into it, and that's the incident. Wow! Matty avoided another close incident. Back to live pitches. Some pit stops. Shane Bowen, Fitzroy Bowen, and Dave Douglas going in perhaps for some little repairs as well too. Well, not little, perhaps some major repairs. And there's no fast repairs in this series, so any damage you get on your car, you're stuck with it. But there's Newman getting the wave around.
He's back on the lead lap.
Yep. Now, you could never say never, isn't it, about Newman even winning that race from essentially P8 that he'll now jump into. The other drivers are in pit lane. It is possible. So if you've got Newman fans out there, I wouldn't just turn around and go, well, you know, it's he can't win it from here, because he has before in his history of racing. But it's going to be a bit of work to do. It'll definitely require a couple more cautions.
This will be a green-white checker finish as well. So for those who don't know green-white checkers out there, we take the green flag, then the next flag will be the white one, and then the last one will be the finish. But then once the leader does get that white flag, we go green to the end. We do not go under caution. So it'll be interesting to see how that starts to plan out. We've got a big crowd watching it online at the moment, which is great to see. Hope everyone's enjoying the action out there. Keep the chat going. It's always good to read. So yeah, we're going to have a battle here at the front again. Now, last restart, Dean, Hobson just missed the start a little bit, and Mickelmore got away. So let's just see on that outside lane if he lets Mickelmore go this time by.
Yeah, now you've done your little... I've always said you do your... It's like theatre, you do your dress rehearsals a couple of times, all right? And then your director would be sitting there going, okay, well, no more excuses. You've done this before. You should know how to master your restarts now, of course. So that's something they're going to be looking at as well, too, as I'm just going through some of those drivers in the top 6. And we'll see how it pans out for them. I wouldn't even be surprised if Matt Danson doesn't come through and win this one as well, too. But, of course, he has to get past some of these fields. Josh Mickelmore's in the hot seat. He gets a good launch here. He knows he can protect himself for at least 2 laps, you'd have to say, with a good race launch.
100%, and he has the call on the field when we hit that restart zone. Now, the 88 on the outside, he can't get ahead of that car, so he's got to watch as everyone gets away.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
He's got that.
Oh, here comes Dancing, my friend.
Dancing on the inside.
Wide into the fence goes Brenton Hobson.
Hobson.
White flag.
White flag's out. We've got a crash down the back there, I think, between Jamie Ritchie-Price and Aaron Gilbert, but it's Josh Mickelmore for Nitro Racing in the 31. He's going to come around. He's going to take the checkered flag. He is going to win at Bristol.
Brilliant job there for Josh Mickelmore. Up 5 places. Takes it home to you. Ethan Wenner managed to climb his way back up the P2. Matt Danson got himself that P3 position. Hobson, Holdsworth, Burke. Where did Newman finish in that P9 position after all the shenanigans that went on? But fantastic, fantastic racing from Josh Mickelmore, getting the job done.
Burnouts galore now for the Nitro car. Locks himself into the next round of the playoffs there with that win. Great victory. I think that's his first win so far in the ANC series as well. And he was our X-Series champ for last season as well. The 31 car of Josh Mickelmore. I think he'd be pretty pumped with this victory.
What a way to get it done. What a way to get it done at Bristol and a cracker of a race. Let's get you those race results before we get a chance to hear from our drivers.
Josh Mickelmore, he takes victory here tonight for Nitro Racing. Ethan Winter finishes in second with Matt Danson in third, Brenton Hobson in fourth, Jason Holdsworth in fifth with Wayne Burke finishes in sixth, Shane Bowen in seventh, Fitzroy Beaumont in eighth, Brad Newman finishes in ninth, Aaron Gilbert finishes in the top side, the top 10 with Henry Kings in 11th, Jamie Ritchie-Price is in 12th, Brenton West finishes 13th, Dave Douglas 14th, Zak Kerr 15th, Lachlan Mead 16th, and Tyler Williams with that engine trouble finishes last in 17th.
What we'll do, we thank you everybody, and stay tuned of course to hear from these drivers if you can stick around for a little bit as to hear what happened there. So we'll get a little bit of a quick little break here for a second to promote what actually brings these drivers to the virtual track, and we'll be back for the interviews. Don't go anywhere.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com. Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway, where we had one race for the ages, and we've now last race of the playoffs as well, and we welcome Josh Mickelmore, now locked into the round of 8. Congratulations, Josh Mickelmore. What a race.
Yeah, hell of a race. Really glad to get the win, get that off my back and off my shoulder, I should say, and have a good clean race. We're on the bubble going into tonight, so it was a bit of pressure, but managed to have a really good finish, so very happy.
And this locks you into the next round of the playoffs. You're going to build on the momentum as well, hopefully then get yourself into the round of 8. Now, you're very, very good on those mile-and-a-half tracks, which there's a lot coming up of them in the next round with Atlanta and Talladega, the Super Speedway. Then we finish it all off at Vegas. Now, that's usually your bread and butter, those mile-and-a-halves. You're going to be able to work on that momentum, bring it into that, and get yourself into that championship fall.
Yeah, definitely. This nitro racing 31 is very quick around those type of tracks, and not too bad around short tracks too. But we'll definitely carry on that momentum and see if we can get ourselves into that top 4. That's what we're aiming for, to get into Phoenix.
Well, congratulations. It's always good to see your family out there listening as well. Your old man was in the chat as always tonight, always telling you, giving you a little bit of advice. It's always good to have that family support around as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool having a little following. A few other guys that used to race with in real life sort of follow it as well. So cheers everyone for watching along and for the support as well.
Well, we congratulate Josh Mickelmore on that 31. Shout out to all of your teams and sponsors. Yeah,
just shout out to all the boys at Nitro Racing, putting out some pretty good setups. So thanks to those guys and everyone for racing tonight. It was good racing mostly. So yeah.
Well, there we have it. There's our winner tonight. The Josh Mickelmore in the 31 locks himself into the round of 8 with that win. He was right on the bubble, man. This was going to be a tough race, and he had to have a good finish as well. And it's congratulations until the 31. He is through to the round of 8. Now, second place tonight, Ethan Winter, Vortex Sim Sports. Second place tonight. Now, talk us through a entertaining race.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about post-race, but certainly won't be fielding this one anytime soon. I had Brad covered easily there, and he kind of resorted to some interesting tactics a few times. Not only on myself, other people kind of a victim to that. So I guess he's shown he's drives like that. That's not a one-off for him. So if he's going to drive like that, that's how it's going to be. And he can expect the same kind of racing in return. Honestly, it's not going to help him, and it's not going to help me or anyone else. It's a bit unfortunate, but Josh did well there to capitalise on, a few crashes and damaged cars there to win that race and lock himself into the final 8.
Well, I think you're into the round of 8 as well, and with your win in the truck series on Thursday night at Atlanta, where we head next, you'll be able to build on that momentum from that win in the trucks and into the first round of the round of 8.
Yeah, that was kind of, a main reason why I ran that race. Honestly, just get some track time there. Just get comfortable, and I know it's a different car and all, and probably going to be different weather, but just get comfortable there and figure out some alternate lines there, and hopefully we can, do something next time out.
Well, congratulations again, the Vortex Sim Sports 39 car of Ethan Winter in second place tonight. Big shout out to all of your friends, family, and sponsors.
Yeah, thanks to Maddington and Canterville Toyota, Graham Lechmore Data, Soul Deep Massage Clinic, KZS Auto Works, Pace Graphics, Style Imagery, Casey Simon Cinematography, and of course Tim Conti for giving me a set that could certainly win that race. So thanks to all of them, and obviously thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast, and good to see some decent numbers on the broadcast watching.
Well, there we have it. Ethan Windsor for Tech Sim Sports. Our second place car tonight. Now, third place tonight is Altus Engineering's VRS's Matt Danson. Matt Danson, congratulations on your third place tonight. Tell us, how was your strategy tonight? Up 10 spots.
Yeah, thanks, Nige. It was an interesting race for the number 30 machine. Well, you know what they say about bad preparation. It's by failing to prepare, we preparing to fail, and I feel like that was a bit of the moral of the story for us. Unfortunately, didn't have a lot of prep going in. I sort of felt like I relearnt the track about halfway through the race, but by that stage I'd already completely destroyed the tires, and we were just plummeting through the field. So that wasn't ideal. Got the lifeline with the. I was just trying to stay out of the way at that point, but also stay alive in case there was a yellow. And obviously got to see a bit of what was happening, but not really able to see exactly what was going on. But looked like a good battle for the lead, that's for sure. And then got lucky yellow, put me back in contention, and let's just say that obviously that there's been some different changes with the cockpit layout, shall we say? So unfortunately, my lack of preparation did me over there because didn't have the speedo front and center, and unfortunately we got done for speeding on pit lane, put us right to the back once again, and we just kind of had to fight through. I feel like if I should have been lining up behind Ethan on that initial restart there, the first of when there was the flurry of restarts towards the end, but. A bit of a what if situation there for myself as well, because I feel like if we had have been up there, we could have given it a good shake. The car with some adjustments felt like a rocket, certainly for the short run, and probably could have challenged. But with that said, super happy to see Josh come away with the win. Well deserved indeed. He seemed like he paced himself really well, because I saw him coming through the field when I was going the opposite way, sort of just high-fived on the way through, I guess. But and then obviously Ethan as well, good result to recover for a second place finish, and a couple of stories throughout. There was on one of those charged through, I did have a bit of a contact with the 52, I think it was, and it looked like there was air between us. So I don't know if I just took the air off his spoiler, so to speak. But I hate that there was that contact there. So apologies to him. And overall a decent result, but I would have liked to have got the triple.
And speaking of that, there you are through to the round of 8 with those 2 wins earlier in the year. Tracks coming up of old Atlanta, hot Atlanta as I call it. Talladega, and we also go to Vegas. Some of your stronger tracks, those mile and a half, just like I was saying to Josh before. How you plan on taking them races and build that momentum before into the round of 8?
Yeah, I mean it's for sure. I guess they're all tracks that, well, I guess except for Talladega, tracks that I've done historically reasonably okay at, but the same technically could have been said for Bristol, and I was all at sea to start with, so there's nothing to say that I'll rock up to Atlanta and I could be a second off the pace. So Ethan's super fast, Brad's super fast as always, Josh, and obviously the other 8 drivers I guess we've got in this next round. So all to play for, and we saw with I think provisionally, if I saw the points right, I think Zak obviously had trouble again tonight, and that's unfortunately he's missed. So he would have been, I think, like for me or virtually anyone, surely he would have been in that sort of conversation for the top 4 provisionally, like early in the season when the season was starting. So anything can happen. Nothing's for certain, especially when we get down to the pointy end like this. So I'll just take it, each race as it comes, and hope for the best. Also, a little asterisk to give myself a slight out for the lack of preparation. I had hoped to get on a little bit earlier tonight, just before when the session was up, but there's a bird currently in the roof of our house, and it refused to come out, and so I just had to eventually run down here and jump on the sim. But my next task is going to be to try and get a bird out of the roof. I'll probably scream like a girl for the duration of that.
Well, I'll let you go and have fun with that. Quick shout out to all of you. Quick shout out to your friends, family, and sponsors.
Yeah, I'll shout out to the bird. Don't have nice words for that, but shout out, obviously everyone puts the whole series on and runs everything behind the scenes. Obviously a mountain of work there. Shout out to all the drivers and everyone. Obviously, we have some battles and whatnot, but obviously good fun all in all. And shout out to my family as well. Obviously, Alex is taking on the duties tonight with the boys, so I'll go and help her out now. But shout out to her, and of course shout out to Oliver and Wesley, we're beautiful boys. So and of course VRS and Alphys Engineering. Happy days, double thumbs up.
There we have it, folks. There was Matt Danson in the 30. Finishing in third place tonight. He makes his way through to the round of 8, so we'll see how that goes as well. Well, Dean, what a night. Bristol certainly delivered.
It certainly did deliver, of course, and we're going to have more deliveries coming up throughout the week here on the Australian NASCAR E-Series on our Tuesday nights and our Thursday nights. And, of course, we're going to be resuming this fantastic cracking of a championship battle between these drivers in a few weeks' time as well, too. This is the current schedule for this championship schedule. As you'd mentioned there before, we're going to have that Atlanta on Sunday, September the 28th at 8 p.m. of the Australian Eastern Stars for 134 laps. But join us again on Tuesday night for more racing, which we're back here again, I believe, at Bristol. Right there, Nigel.
We do. We're at Bristol on Tuesday night on the Australian NASCAR E-Series Network here on YouTube. And all of our socials will be back here Tuesday night for the X Series. And we'll also be back here on Thursday night for the Truck Series as well, which will be full of excitement and dramas and crashes. You name it, we'll have it here on the Australian NASCAR E-Series Network. So we're looking forward to having you all join us for that. I hope everyone has a safe journey home from wherever they're travelling from Bristol tonight. And we'll see you all next in a fortnight's time on Sunday. But more importantly, we'll see you on Tuesday night. Like and subscribe. Everyone, good night.